2 halves. Top 5 Child Development Psychology. Cognitive development. This area of child development psychology focuses on how children learn, perceive, and think about the world around them. Key theories in this area include Piaget's stages of cognitive development and Vygotsky's sociocultural theory of learning. Social and emotional development. Social and emotional development explores how children develop relationships, self-awareness, and emotional regulation. This area includes attachment theory, which looks at how infants form bonds with their primary caregivers, and Erikson's stages of psychosocial development. Language development. This area of child development psychology examines how children acquire and use language. It includes theories such as the nativist perspective, which suggests that language is an innate ability, and the social interactionist perspective, which suggests that language development is influenced by social interactions and the environment. Motor development. This area of child development psychology studies how children develop physical skills, such as crawling, walking, and running. Key theories in this area include the dynamic systems theory of motor development and the developmental systems theory of motor control. Moral development. Moral development explores how children learn to understand and adhere to societal norms and values. It includes theories such as Kohlberg's stages of moral development, which suggests that children progress through a series of stages as they develop their sense of morality, and social learning theory, which suggests that children learn moral behavior by observing and imitating others. Cognitive development. Cognitive development refers to the growth and change in a child's thinking, problem-solving, and intellectual abilities over time. It includes how children learn, remember, think, reason, and communicate. This area of child development psychology is concerned with understanding how children develop their cognitive abilities from infancy through adolescence. One of the most influential theories of cognitive development was developed by Swiss psychologist Jean Piaget. Piaget's theory suggests that children progress through a series of 4 stages of cognitive development: sensorimotor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. Each stage is characterized by different ways of thinking and understanding the world. During the sensorimotor stage, birth to 2 years, infants learn about the world through their senses and motor actions. They develop object permanence, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when they are out of sight. During the pre-operational stage, 2 to 7 years, children develop symbolic thinking and language skills. They still struggle with abstract thinking and may have difficulty understanding the perspectives of others. During the concrete operational stage, 7 to 11 years, children become more logical and organized in their thinking. They develop the ability to understand conservation, the understanding that physical characteristics of objects do not change even when their appearance changes. During the formal operational stage, 11 years and up, individuals develop abstract thinking and are able to reason about hypothetical situations. Piaget's theory has been criticized for underestimating children's abilities and for not fully accounting for the role of social and cultural factors in cognitive development. Other theories, such as Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, have emphasized the importance of social interactions and cultural influences in cognitive development. Nonetheless, Piaget's stages still provide a useful framework for understanding how children's cognitive abilities develop over time. Social and emotional development. Social and emotional development refers to the growth and change in a child's ability to form relationships, understand and express emotions, and regulate their own behavior. This area of child development psychology is concerned with understanding how children develop social and emotional skills from infancy through adolescence. One of the key theories of social and emotional development is attachment theory, which was developed by John Bowlby. Attachment theory suggests that infants form emotional bonds with their primary caregivers, which helps them feel safe and secure in the world. The quality of this attachment can have a significant impact on a child's social and emotional development. As children grow and develop, they begin to develop their own identities and social relationships. Erikson's stages of psychosocial development outline the different challenges and tasks that children must face in order to develop a strong sense of self and positive relationships with others. For example, during the early childhood years, ages 2 to 6, children are focused on developing a sense of initiative and a positive self-concept. During the middle childhood years, ages 6 to 12, children are focused on developing a sense of industry and competence. And during adolescence, ages 12 to 18, individuals are focused on developing a sense of identity and a strong sense of self. Other key areas of social and emotional development include empathy, emotional regulation, and social skills. Children who develop strong social and emotional skills are better equipped to navigate the complex social world and form positive relationships with others. Conversely, children who struggle with social and emotional development may be at risk for a range of negative outcomes, including social isolation, depression, and anxiety. Language development. Language development refers to the growth and change in a child's ability to understand, produce, and use language. This area of child development psychology is concerned with understanding how children acquire language from infancy through adolescence. There are several key theories of language development. One of the most influential is the nativist perspective, which suggests that language is an innate ability that humans are born with. According to this perspective, children have an innate ability to learn language because they are born with a language acquisition device, LAD, in their brains that helps them process and understand language. Another key theory of language development is the social interactionist perspective, which emphasizes the role of social interactions in the environment in language acquisition. According to this perspective, children learn language through interactions with caregivers and other adults in their environment. Language development typically proceeds in a predictable sequence. During the first year of life, infants begin to make sounds and babble, and eventually begin to produce their first words. By age 2, most children have a vocabulary of several hundred words and are beginning to use short phrases and sentences. By age 5, children have a much larger vocabulary and are able to use more complex sentences and engage in conversations. During the preschool years, children also begin to develop literacy skills, such as letter recognition and understanding the basic concepts of print. These early literacy skills are important for later success in reading and writing. Language development is influenced by a range of factors, including genetics, the environment, and individual differences in temperament and personality. Children who grow up in language-rich environments and have frequent interactions with adults who engage in conversation and storytelling are more likely to develop strong language skills. Conversely, children who grow up in environments with limited language exposure may be at risk for language delays or disorders. How children develop physical skills. Physical development refers to the growth and change in a child's body and its abilities. This area of child development psychology is concerned with understanding how children develop their physical skills from infancy through adolescence. Physical development is influenced by a range of factors, including genetics, nutrition, and environmental factors such as exercise and physical activity. In general, children who are exposed to a healthy, active lifestyle are more likely to develop strong physical skills than those who are not. Physical development typically proceeds in a predictable sequence. During the first year of life, infants develop their gross motor skills, such as sitting, crawling, and eventually walking. During the preschool years, children continue to develop their gross motor skills, and also begin to develop their fine motor skills, such as using utensils, drawing, and writing. As children grow and develop, they continue to refine their physical skills and abilities. During the school years, children may engage in sports and other physical activities that help them develop their strength, endurance, and coordination. Adolescents may continue to engage in sports and physical activities, and may also begin to develop their adult bodies. It is important to note that physical development is not just about developing skills and abilities, but also about maintaining good health and preventing injury. Children who are exposed to unhealthy environments, such as those with poor nutrition or limited access to safe physical activity, may be at risk for a range of negative health outcomes, including obesity, heart disease, and other chronic health conditions. In general, promoting healthy physical development in children involves providing a safe, healthy environment that encourages physical activity and exercise, providing nutritious food and encouraging healthy eating habits, and monitoring children's physical health and development